Hey everybody, it's Ron Harris with the Road to the Olympia series, talking with a man who has stood on the Olympia stage as a competitor himself 3 times, but since then he has coached many, many Olympia competitors and continues to do so, up to and including this Olympia next weekend. Please welcome George Farah. How are you, sir?
What's up, MD?
George, what is that lake behind you?
Oh, this is actually, this is my summer house. We live on the bay, and it's that bay actually. What it does, you can go like, I have my dock here,
Yeah.
and you can go. We'll take you to Lake Ontario, and Lake Ontario from there, we used to take our boat and go through Toronto and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a nice place.
Yeah, that's not a bad little summer pad you got there. Look at that.
I know. Yeah, right, right.
And you got the lake and you got a pool. You're all set.
Yeah, you know what it is, Ron? It's honestly, man, people think it's like it's magic. Like when I was a young kid, it's
Yeah.
funny you asking this. I used to pass by this house
Hmm.
and like on a little boat with my friend, like fishing or whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, how these people own these houses? Holy crap! Like how? Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, like
Yeah.
I always say, man, there's no dream like you are willing to work 110% for it that it's not going to be achievable. You know what I mean? So that house actually was owned by Lou Gramm. You know Lou Gramm, like the singer, the rock
Yeah.
and roll singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very famous. He has so many great songs, and it's
Name
funny.
one.
Like
Name one because I can't. I know the name, but I can't think of any
oh
songs.
my God, he have a lot of songs, but not the top of my head.
Okay.
you know, you believe me. As soon as you Google Lou Gramm, you're
Yeah.
gonna start. Oh my God, that's a song. That's a song. So he's from Rochester.
Hmm.
It's funny. We just met, and I told him. I said, I got your old house. He goes, no way. It's funny. Like we were on the flight. He's actually doing a tour now because he had some bad cancer. He was telling me, and yeah, he survived it. So it was like lucky, man.
Oh yeah.
Thank God, because as we all know, cancer, man, is no joke.
Right.
So yeah, he's on the tour, and so like I said, man, Ron, I said, man, how these people own these houses, and then one day went on the market. I couldn't believe I made an offer, and I end up owning them. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
life is funny, man. Life's funny.
Nice. Okay. Well, before we talk about the Olympia, I don't know if everyone is aware that you are now working with Big Ramy, but you are. You are coaching Ramy, and there's a tremendous amount of speculation about Ramy. A lot of people think because he guest posed at the Victor Martinez show,
Okay,
uh,
let
the
me let
Victor
me
Mar-
go back. Let's go back on this. Me
yeah.
and Rami were like brothers. You know what I mean? So all the coaches he went with and stuff, I always supported him. I wanted to be there. Rami is a great man. I don't really call myself coaching Rami. I'm more like Rami's big brother. You know what I mean? So before you even people assuming, people texting me, people asking me, what Rami's doing, Rex. What Rami? Listen, I can assure you, Rami's not doing anything anytime soon. If that's what
Mm,
people thinking, he's not doing Olympia or after
no.
Olympia. Rami, as of now, we talked. He have no plan as of
Mm,
right now. But
okay.
if you guys want to know what Rami's doing, just send Rami a text, or send them seriously.
I'm not
Like,
going to give out his phone number.
well, no, what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
on message him on Facebook or or stop by at the booth, Co Squad booth.
Co
It's
squad.
Co Squad, yeah, Co
Okay.
Squad booth at the Olympia. Because it's a gentleman, his name Islam. He's like an amazing guy who have helped. He's helping so many, Egyptian athlete, around some Arab athlete, like bring them to the Olympia. So I think he's bringing like 5, 6 people to the
Wow.
stage, to the Olympia, which is good. He's sponsoring them. He's doing some amazing stuff. And Rami's gonna be there, and I'm gonna be there, helping these guys, because it's just, you gotta give credit to these guys, man. Like Badr Budai, Mr. Budai, he have done tremendous job, man, to bring in, the bodybuilding to the Middle East and to the Arab countries. And people, when they used to never hear of those places,
Right.
now because of Mr. Badr Budai, they're hearing that stuff. So you can't take the credit from these guys, man. this is another guy who loves the bodybuilding, who loves it. He's sponsoring the Olympia. You know, he's one of the sponsors there, and he have a booth. So Ramy's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Like I said, you guys have any question for Ramy? Ask Ramy, because I can't answer for Ramy.
Gotcha,
like I said,
gotcha.
I'm not Ramy's coach. I'm not Ramy's prep guy. Right now, I'm just Ramy's friend. And whenever Ramy is ready, that's when Ramy will tell me, okay, George, let's do this. Yeah, we did some stuff. He wants to get ready for the guest posing, look good and stuff. You know, we did that. And but as far as competing, we don't have any plan. Or let me put it this way: Ramy have no plan. But you know, he likes to keep people excited, and we want people to stay excited because Ramy always brings excitement to the stage. And I'm hoping that next year it's going to be his year and everywhere he enters.
Yeah, because I mean, I did a video. A lot of people did videos trying to speculate and guess which show will Ramy do, because I thought, because he was looking good at that guest posing, that he was going to do either the Italy show the week after, or I think there's one in Korea, there's the one in Romania. I mean, there were a few ways he could have locked up his qualification for next year's Olympia, which I assumed he was going to try to do, but guess not.
Well, like I said, you know, so far we haven't talked about anything. If anybody have a question, he should ask Ramy.
Okay, fair enough.
I have a guy, you know, his name Mohammed Fodor. He's from Egypt. This guy, he's going to be doing the Romania. Look out for this guy. This guy is going to be another beast from the Middle East.
Dude, you know? Egypt is killing it. I just interviewed Hassan Mustafa.
Hassan is amazing, man. Hassan is like, I mean, this guy, if he can put it together, oh my God, the sky's the limit. Yeah. So is that guy Fodor. He's like really good. He's looking amazing, and he's more complete, you know, from top to bottom. He have everything: the arms, the legs, the hamstring, the back. So, you know, I'm excited, man. Listen, we can't take away anything from the Middle East, especially Egypt. I mean, we have Makawi years ago when nobody knew about bodybuilding. Makawi was like, arguably, many times he should have won the Olympia. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Egypt's been just, man, it's a force to reckon with. You know.
Well, I'm going to go back even further in time. I used to follow the amateur scene, the world amateur scene, and there was a guy named Al Shahat Mabrouk.
Mabrouk! Oh my God! Yes, he competed actually at the night of the champion. Believe it or not.
Yeah, he won. He qualified for his pro card like 6 or 7 times.
Seven times. Wow. Yes.
But stayed an amateur for him.
There's so many guys that qualified to the pro card, and at that time they really didn't know what to do with it. But right now, that's why we see all those like cool, amazing physiques on the scene. So I'm proud, man. I'm proud of the Egyptian. You know, and not to mention I'm married to an Egyptian. I have to say that.
Oh, I can't forget the other Egyptian. He's going to get mad at me. Mamadou Dura, he calls himself.
Yeah, Dura too. Yeah,
he's very good too.
You have amazing, man. Amazing guys from Egypt. Seriously, I mean, we're gonna have this year at the Olympia stage men's physique, the youngest pro men's physique at 19 years old. He's Egyptian. Wow. Yeah. So it's cool. It's a lot of good stuff, man.
All right. Well, let's talk about the big boys first. That's what everybody likes to talk about. So, it seems like it's a 4-way battle in the minds of all the fans and the media people for the Olympia title this year. We're looking at Brandon Curry, Rolly Winkler, William Bonac, and Dexter Jackson as the 4 men. Any one of them theoretically could win this Olympia title. You know, it's all going to come down to who peaks 100% and all that, but if they all do, which, you know, I don't think it's ever happened that the top 5 guys are all in their best shape of their life, but where do you put these guys? If you're George Farah as a judge, being completely unbiased, just looking at physiques, who do you like for the win and why?
You know, first, with all the respect for these guys, you know, you're forgetting many people like Dewan Morel. Yeah. You know, like you're forgetting like the Steve Kuklo,
Luke Sando,
you know, like like all these guys, man. You know, Mike Locke. Max Charles. I mean, you got so many people. They could be the next Ramy if they really can put it together. Like, could you imagine Steve Kuklo coming in 100%, shredded with the sides and stuff? I mean, you know what I mean?
So, well, you make a really good point, because I am being I'm not being diligent to my duty because in 1997, Dorian retired, so that 98 was kind of like this year. It was an open show. You didn't have a Mr. Olympia coming back to defend his title, and Ronnie had been eighth place in
Yeah.
1997 in Long Beach. Nobody was talking about Ronnie Coleman might win the Olympia. Nobody.
Yes. Nobody even mentioned them. So
Yeah.
that's why, what I'm trying to say, man, we got to give. Listen, this is the big dance. This is the Olympia. I love it, man. I mean, it's gonna be. This is for the first time. It's so exciting to go to Olympia, and we don't know who's really going to win. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Now, if you, with my own mind, I have
Yes.
Dexter winning because Dexter's my guy.
Yeah.
One of my guys at least. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is like, but all these guys you mentioned, among the other guys, man, they're amazing athletes, and I'm telling you, this one of those years because you don't have a sure Mr. Olympia. Everybody's working their butt off, man. Like I seen picture of all these guys I mentioned, and they're all looking amazing. They're all working hard, man. They're hungry,
Mm.
like so. It's exciting, man. Exciting, like to sit down and you don't know who's going to win. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's neat. It's neat.
We also got this crazy wild card from Iran, Hadi Chupan, and we every day goes by. We're supposed to have heard about his decision to do opener 212 the day before. My prediction is we're not going to hear the announcement until the press conference. That's what I think is going to happen. That's how he'll give him the microphone. He says, "I will compete in the," and everyone's going to get real quiet, and then he's going to say, "Open, Mr. Olympia." And everyone's going to go, "Woo!" But anyway, that's my prediction. But if Hadi goes into open, is he somebody you think could possibly win the Olympia?
You see, the problem with Hadi, he's an amazing bodybuilder. He had more muscles and stuff, but the problem is he falls in between the 212 in the open,
Mm.
so he's not really big enough to be in the open yet,
Mm.
you know. But at the same time, like he's really like honestly, I'm not listen. There's no such a thing as shoe win, you
Right.
know. Hardy muscularity is amazing. The maturity is unbelievable. The condition he gets in, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean? Now, uh, putting him in the open, I think it's going to be a lot harder for him, battling for that top five. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could go to anybody. It could go to Howdy, it could go to Dexter, it could go to Brandon, it could go to William, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Rolly. What I'm trying to say is, if I was him, like I heard, Sean Ray, for an example, saying, "Well, if I was him, I'll go in there because I'll be the best top five in the world." That's not true. What are you taking? He's taken away from the 212. So what are you trying to tell me? When Franco Colombo, won the Olympia, he wasn't Mr. Olympia. That's not fair to say. You know what I mean?
But we didn't have
I'm
two
sorry.
division. We
I'm
didn't have
sorry.
a
Listen, I
212
love
division back.
Sean, but the way he discredited those guys, the 212,
Mm.
that was not cool. I didn't like it because I have guys getting ready for that, and I think they bust their butt as hard as anybody. You know what I mean? And it's not like because you were 212. No, dude. So if I was Hadi Chapin, if I was him,
Yeah.
I would rather go in there and have a shot of winning the title, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no such a thing, 100%. Because there's still you got amazing guys with the physique and stuff. The bottom line is we got to see them together. But I think Hadi is gonna, he might have a harder time in the open than being in the, in the 212 class.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of disrespectful to Derek Lunsford, to Ahmad Ashkenani, David Henry, the way a lot of people are assuming that if Hadi did 212, these guys would have no chance. He would just destroy them, make them look like children on stage. That's the way it's been phrased. That
No,
it would be such an easy win for him to do the 212. It's not even worth his time.
Listen to me, okay? Listen to me carefully. With all due respect for the man, until we see him standing next to these guys, let me tell you something. Ashkenani, when he turned around, he's gonna blow him and many people away with the back, because we know the back is a big part. Ashkenani is different this year. If you notice, a lot of people are counting him out, But I'm looking at the picture, and let me tell you something, man. My brothers in Kuwait, they're doing an amazing job. This guy is conditioned already. I'm talking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, he's conditioned. His glutes striated, everything. So don't count these guys out, man. Like you said, that's disrespect. And like I said, I'm kind of a little disappointed with Sean that he said, "Well, I'd rather be in." No, dude. So so you mean to tell me, Flex Lewis, all these years he won, it meant nothing. Guess what?
Oh.
He's Mr. Olympia. If you like it or not, he's still the best in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the 212, and nobody can take that away from him. Something Sean never had. And that's all what I have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, it's
or
a similar.
or anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to win the 212. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is wrong to say.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's just not getting the proper credit, the 212. I don't know. Maybe it's because a lot of people are disenchanted because Flex Lewis is gone and he was the superstar of the 212. Jose was another superstar. He's gone. And because the Arnold dropped it, people are saying, well, 212 might not even be around in a couple of years. And I don't think that's true. I don't think the division's going.
What? I mean, let's look at the 90s. We had Flex Wheeler, because we didn't have the 212. We have Flex Wheeler. We had Ronnie Coleman. We have Sean Ray. We have
Cormier, Nasser.
Russian Machine. Cormier. We have all these guys. And you said, oh, my God, when these guys going, we're never going to have. Well, guess what? We had the same guys and better now, Yeah. I mean, we were talking about, Kai, and we were talking about Phil. Dude, there's always people are coming to the sport, right. And that's why it's not a dying sport. Actually, I love it. I'm excited, man. It's keep happening. Many things happening, many shows happening. And once again, you can't discredit the 212. And as a matter of fact, we're going to bring an argument. I talked to Bob Chicarolo, many people. These guys need to get paid, man. These guys are working hard. You know what I'm saying? And I would love it if they go back the way they used to do it, years ago when Franco win, Arnold win, and then they decide who's the overall winner. Will be even better. You know what I'm saying? Put these guys next to the winner here. You never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder.
I remember when I competed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I remember when I competed. In many shows. Dude, I placed ahead of Kai, ahead of Branch Warren, ahead of Dennis. What I'm trying to say is it's not always about size. It's sometimes condition can, believe me, man, can make you look amazing. And like Lila Brada said, I rather have, 1 carat of flawless diamond than 2 carats with a flaw in it. So, I think we should give these guys credit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to Lee Haney, and he said he reminded us in his first season as a pro, Mohamed Makawe from Egypt, he beat Lee several times in his rookie season. And I think Makawe was 170 pounds at the most.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, I'm kind of like disappointed a little bit with my brother Sean saying that. It's not cool.
All right, so let's wrap it up with Classic Physique, which is the newest division. It's got the most potential because it's still growing every year. Every year we get new stars, new names, new faces. So that's a cool thing. Plus, in the amateur scene, that's where I see the most competitors. Is every local regional show I go to, Classic is Men's Physique and Classic are packed. Open bodybuilding, it's hit or miss. Sometimes there's good numbers, sometimes not. But Classic always has good numbers. So we're looking at Breon Ansley as the 2-time champ. He's trying to make it 3. But we also have the same 2 guys who've been 2nd and 3rd. Bumstead, George Peterson, got Henri Pierre. We got Arash Rabar coming back. And we got the guy from San Diego, Danny Yunin, who I just talked to a few days ago. I think he's my dark horse. He could do a little better than people are thinking.
Listen, Danny, not because I'm helping Danny. Danny's going to surprise a lot of people. Okay, I've never seen Danny that big and that hard and that hungry. So, it's like everything, like everybody's saying, oh, this is classic physique. Well, have you looked at Danny lately? Yeah. This is a perfect statue physique. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was trying to remind people, he was 6th place last year at the Olympia. Exactly. Meanwhile,
they're talking about guys who were, 10th place, 15th place at the Olympia last year, like a lot more than him, which is kind of, I don't know why Danny doesn't get talked about as much as he should. This kid is great. If you look at the
Listen
videos
to
and
me.
the
When
pictures.
Danny go outside, mark my word, and I'm telling you right now, Ron, when he just stand there and hit the front double biceps, everybody's going to be in a wow. This guy, I'm working on bringing him like a statue. And honestly, I'm looking at like the Roman statue and the way he's looking now. He's actually better than those. He looks
Yeah.
amazing, man. So I'm proud of that guy. I'm proud of that guy. So, like I said, just like everything, what happened, like some people, they tell you, well, this guy can't be on B. This guy can be a B. Like we talked about, Phil Heath, when Phil Heath comes 90%, he still won the Olympia. Well, guess what? That wasn't the case last year. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
thought he was 98% and he still lost it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was good. The only thing, his belly kind of took it away. So you never know what could happen. Anybody could win it, including Danny. So I don't want to hear it like it's a one-man show and that's it. No, man.
Yeah.
Things changing. We have an amazing, panel of judging that they're doing the job great. That's why we're leading. That's why we're leading in the world. The pro league is killing everybody because we're fair. We're doing, dues where dues is where it pays its dues. You know what I'm saying? So everything is happening, man, and I love it. I'm excited.
Can you give me one competitor in any division that's going to shock us all that we should be on the lookout for, either that you're coaching or that you know about? Put you on the spot.
It's hard to say. Honestly, Danny's gonna shock a lot of people in the classic. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of the judges because he really made it tremendous. He's one of the people that you say like, oh my God, he really like changed. Like, dude, he, at this time in age to gain about like 9 to 10 pounds and being more conditioned, that means you gain more like 15 pounds. This is amazing, and the guy who's been like doing it for 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him. Another one that who could be a big surprise. It could be big surprise in two ways. It could be big surprise if they played the game and bring him too big. It will be disappointing. Or if they bring him shredded, like like the way I'm used to when I was helping him with my brother Abdullah, is Brandon Curry. If Brandon Curry come in right on the money, he's going to be very dangerous for everybody.
You were at the Arnold Classic. I mean, how much Sharpe, what percent condition-wise would you have rated him there versus the 100 that we want to see him at?
He was actually close to 100 there. I'm not going to lie. The only difference right now, he's bigger. That's another thing. When somebody on this frame with a small waist and bigger is dangerous. Just like why Dexter is going to be dangerous, because at 49 years of age, his legs grew about 2-3 inches. It's just almost unheard of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really crazy, and that's why I think Dexter, me and you, we talked that if he bring his belly down a little bit and guess what, man, this is taken care of. So he's gonna be a shocker too, and it's gonna be beautiful thing because you know how many like people our age in their 40s, late 40s, going to be 50. Yeah, he's gonna give us such a great hope.
Dude, I will be 50 exactly 1 week after the Olympia.
Same with Dexter, so he's gonna be 50 about that same time.
He's it's November. We've talked,
amazing,
but
man.
he's that would be the most, I don't know, the most crazy storybook ending to no, it's not going to, I don't think he's going to retire on stage, although that might be kind of cool too if he did that.
Yeah, it will be, right?
Everybody all crying and, standing up, and that'd be another, like a little movie ending to his career. But just to see somebody do something like that, never been done before. Even 5 years ago, if we said a man who's about to turn 50 is going to win the Olympia, everyone would be like, shut up. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Right. So, that's, and like I said, what making me feel comfortable, man, that everybody will get what he really deserves because, my mentor, my everything, Mr. Jemaine Ian, he's the most amazing man. He's leading us in the right direction. He have shown many places like you think, oh my God, how come this guy didn't win? Or, like how they used to say, well, this guy is this guy's boy. Not with Mr. Mannion, man. the more, if somebody you're from his town or he knows you or whatever, same like Mr. Weinberger, like when I sent Lucas Oswaldi to, last year's Arnold, and he ended up beating, Juan Morel. And everybody's like, oh my God, like how this happened? Because Steve is honest. Even that Juan is like his son. He's always there, like his little brother. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm so happy, man, that we are in the right, in the right organization with the right people. It's a blessing, seriously, man. So I know the outcome is going to be just right for everyone.
Right on. Well, I'm looking forward. It's funny when people say, oh, this Olympia is going to be, people are talking like this isn't going to be a great Olympia. This is absolutely I've been to.
This is going to be the best Olympia.
It's going to be great. We're going to get a new Mr. Olympia. We're going to get a new 212 Mr. Olympia. We're probably not going to find out until Thursday whether this Hadi guy is doing opener 212. There's plenty going on at this Olympia. It's better. It's going to be a great time. So
I like it. And you know what, Ron? I'm going to tell you something, man. It's been the blessing. I want to thank everybody for all your prayers, out there, all these people, because, dude, I have missed Olympia like 3 years, and it's really killing me not being with my guys, especially those past couple years.
Have you missed? You've missed three the last 3 years. You had to miss.
Well, two. I missed two in the last 3 years, but I mean, especially last year, man, when I knew Dexter is suffering and I'm not there, and I want him to get it done. But I'm so blessed, man, that I booked my ticket, the hotel is done, everything. It's just so happy again, man, to be among my family or among the people that I spend more time than my family with. So it's a blessing, man. I want to thank all the people out there really for your prayers and good wishes.
Like I've said before, it's karma. You've put so much positivity out there. You've been so generous over the years with your time and your knowledge and everything. It does everything. You do good things. It does come back to you. So
thank you.
Important.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Ron.
George, thank you. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you and everybody next week in Vegas. It's going to be a great time. Love it out there. Love it out there for the Olympia. So that's it. Road to the Olympia, guys. Stay tuned.
I'll see you guys. You better come and shake my hand.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Big love to Big Steve for helping us with everything, and for Steve Blackman for keeping that beautiful, magazine going, man. So people can get real close to that game that we're all so in love with, man. I'll see you around. Thanks, brother.
All right. Thank you, George. We'll see you guys in Las Vegas.